Last week, a panel of judges here in the state of Minnesota unveiled the new district boundaries. Now, when it comes to the congressional districts, for us here in the Lakes area, not much really changed. District 7 is still District 7 for us up here. District 8 is still District 8, which are frankly the only two congressional districts you got to worry about in this area. Becker County being in 7, with our neighbors Hubbard and Wadena County being in 8, and of course from Becker County over being the western area. But when it came to the state legislative districts, there was a lot of changes that we saw that could make some significant differences in the upcoming election in November. The most significant change involves us right here in Detroit Lakes. Our district flipped from District 9B to now District 4B. And District 4B includes basically all of Clay County, with the exception of the Moorhead area, all of Norman County, and the townships of Cormorant, Lake Eunice, Lakeview, and the city of Detroit Lakes. Now, this little arm into Becker County is basically the same arm that existed under the old 9B district. But the difference is with Norman County now being included in this new District 4B. It pits local representative Paul Marcourt, who's represented the area for 4 terms now, against another fellow Democrat, Kent Eakin, who up till now had represented the rest of Becker County in District 2B. Kent Eakin from Twin Valley and Paul Marcourt, therefore, are now in the same district, which would create an interesting situation that those politicians will have to make for the upcoming election. Whether or not one decides to step away, whether or not one decides to possibly move to another district in order to be able to run. But that's not the only one that has 2 people of the same political party going into the same district. Our neighbors to the south in Otter Tail County have been in District 10, which has been represented by State Senator Gretchen Hoffman, who's in her first term from the Vergas area. She is now being put in the same new region or new district as longtime Representative Bill Ingebretson from the Alexandria area. That district, District 10, used to be all of Otter Tail County, all of Wadena County, as well as the very southeast corner of Becker County. Now, that district will include all of Otter Tail County and just the northern portion of Wadena County, as well as pretty much a good portion of Douglas County, including the city of Alexandria, which puts those 2 Republican senators against each other. But another very interesting point that came out of the redistricting is a vacated seat. Basically, the rest of Becker County, up into Mahnomen County, and even the southern part of Clearwater County, has now been vacated, as well as actually over to Hubbard County too, and what is the newly created District 2B. There is no incumbent sitting in this district, which means if you're from Frazee, Lake Park, Audubon, Callaway, Mahnomen, Park Rapids, Bayjou, or a number of those towns throughout Mahnomen County, Hubbard County, and Becker County, you would have a shot to be able to run, frankly, in what will be a whole new district. So what does this mean for us here in the Lakes area? Well, because you've got 2 Democrats against each other and what's being looked at as pretty much a Democratic district, and 2 Republicans against each other in another, what is being thought of as a Republican district, not too much. But this newly created open seat could be the swing for power in the region. Now, when the redistricting was done, there was also another interesting note. There are, well, let's face it, Metro versus Greater Minnesota is always an issue in redistricting. And the Metro area, which we think of as the 11 county area, will now have 37 state senators, while the rest of the state will have 30. So there is now more dominance in the Metro than there ever has been before in Minnesota politics, which is going to make who we vote for in Greater Minnesota that much more important. Now the question is, now we know where the lines are, who's actually going to run where?